Hello, this is the video walkthrough for the Journey Itinerary web app. This is a web app that was created by Joe Christensen, myself, John Kim, and Isaac Segovia. This web app was created using a React front end and a Ruby on Rails backend API. It was styled using Material UI 4, which is a styling library for React. Um, and so let's dig in. When you first launch the web app or load the page, you are met with a landing page, which is this, and it encourages you to scroll down and see some of the functionality of the app. So as you scroll down here, you can see you can create itineraries as a user. You can add itinerary items to your trip, and you can plan your entire schedule with it. So what Journey Itinerary is a web app for users to create trip itineraries, customize them to fit their trip and what locations they want to visit and when they want to visit them. And they can categorize them and organize them and everything. A bonus feature we were thinking of adding is to be able to get a shareable link for your itinerary that you can use to share with family and friends. So once you've created an itinerary, you would be able to get a link that is a custom link for family and friends to just view your itinerary. So if you have not logged in, then you will be prompted to sign up down at the bottom here. And this button will just take you directly to the sign up page. You also can view all of the creators' GitHubs down here. If we scroll up to the top, there is also a login button over in the corner that will take you to the login page. So let's go here. And all of our routing is front end using React Router DOM. So if you don't have an account, then you can sign up for an account here and create one. You must enter a valid username, email, password, and confirmation password. And all of the user login and signup flow is handled using the bcrypt gem for Ruby on Rails. So it is all secure, authenticated, and using best practices. It also uses sessions and cookies. So a logged in user is stored in their browser session. So when they revisit the page, they're already logged in. So let's create a new account for Steve. Email steve@gmail.com, password 1234 and 1234. And when you create an account, oh, steve@gmail.com has already been taken. So let's create a new account called Kyle, and let's do kyle@gmail.com. And it's giving me a warning because I used the password 1234, but I am logged in as Kyle. Now, this is my landing page. You can see I have a custom rendered route up here for Kyle's dashboard. And this provides a bit of functionality here. If you click Kyle, it just takes you back to this page up here at the top. You can click Edit Profile, and it doesn't allow you to edit your username or email, but it will allow you to edit your profile picture or your biography if you want. You can save the changes. You can also add a new itinerary, and this is the core feature of this app. When you create a new itinerary, you can create an itinerary name. Let's do it London trip. You can go emoji. You can set to be a specific emoji. So let's do flag. Let's just do a white flag. Why not? And description can be my 2022 trip to London. You can choose to make this itinerary public or not. This does not have any current bearing, but in the future, this would be a way for you to share your itinerary with other users, probably through a search feature. So once you have this information in, you can create the itinerary. Creating it takes you to the itinerary page. You could see that nice little loading animation at first. Now, this itinerary app also uses Mapbox to provide a custom map with custom locations and stuff. And it's an interactive map. By default, it centers you in New York City. Now you can edit anything in your itinerary here. You can also delete anything in your itinerary here. If you would like to add a new itinerary item, you go right here. Let's call it the London Eye. Description, big Ferris wheel. Location. Now location, the way we have this set up is you type in a popular location and we use a location API to grab the best result for it. And we use those coordinates to communicate with Mapbox. So if we just type in the London Eye, then it should be able to grab the London Eye's coordinates. Here you can set the date of when you want to be there and the time, 3:05 p.m., let's say. And you can set some categories for it. So this would be a site and a landmark probably. So now when you hit submit, there's a new itinerary item here, and you can see the map updated with a location at the London Eye. Now, let's see. Yep. Now, one thing to note is any new itinerary item you add, the map won't update its position, but instead it will always center around the first itinerary item in the list. Now, this itinerary item here, you can see London Eye, the description we just had as Big Ferris Wheel, and we have the tags of sites and landmarks. You can edit anything you'd like here as well. Location, you'd have to re-enter a new location for if you want to. But we're all right. You can also delete it here where you get prompted with a secondary confirmation. If we click on this little thing here, it just gives us some more information about what this landmark location is. It's the same information that's right here. We can add more locations. Big Ben, a big clock tower, location, Big Ben. Time can be 5 p.m., let's say, on the 18th is when we'd go there. And that is also a site, a landmark, and it's kind of a museum too. So if we submit, you can see another location popped up for the Big Ben, and this popped up here. And that's sort of how the itinerary features work. You can delete itinerary items, or you can delete the itinerary itself. If we went back to well, one thing to note real quick first is you can see, again, it has a custom route based on the user and based on the trip location. And these are all dynamically rendered using React Router DOM using the trip name. So when we go back to our dashboard, you can see that we have a new itinerary popping up in these recent itineraries. London trip. This wasn't here before, and you can see we have one saved itinerary now. If we click on it, it just takes us back there. It takes a few seconds to load, and it recenters us in London now because it centers us around the first itinerary item. We can also delete itinerary items, and it removes them from the list and from here. You can add even more itinerary items. Let's have this one be a cool glasses, and it's San Diego, a fun beach city. Create this new itinerary. By default, it takes us to New York, but we can add a new location. What location should we add for San Diego? Let's go Padres game. Go Padres, and the location can be Padres Stadium. I think it's Petco Park. Petco Park. And if we go here, we can go to, let's have it be 6 p.m. Now this would be a landmark, a park, technically, I guess, and a site. Now we submit this. Padre Stadium goes to Petco Park in San Diego. Right here, you can see the field and stuff. Nice. So everything is good for that. You can see the sites, landmarks, and parks right here as categories, just like before. So a bit on the functionality here. Everything is persisting using the Rails backend. We have custom categories set up here. So users sadly can't create their own categories. We decided to limit it to 5 categories that should cover a broad range of subjects. But everything else users can edit, whether it's their name, description, the location, everything. And they can also delete locations and everything like that. So if we were to delete this location, it takes us back to New York City. And let's add a new item. Let's go just Mount Rushmore for the fun of it. Description, great landmark, location, Mount Rushmore, sites, landmarks, guess technically museums, custom time, submit, and we have moved to Mount Rushmore, and that is appearing here on this map of the US. Let's add a new item, Hoover Dam. A large dam. Location, Hoover Dam. We'll just leave the time as, let's go here, and museum, landmark, site. Now, it's still, map is still staying where it is, but if we zoom way out, you can see there's now a landmark for the Hoover Dam as well that shows up down in Arizona. So these landmarks show up at their proper locations. One final thing to take a note of is you can log out here. When you log out, it just takes you back to your login or your previous page. Let's log back in with Kyle and password 1234. That was not our password. I don't remember what my password was, so let's create a new account. Charles at gmail.com, password 1234, 1234, new password is 1234. Create the account, Charles. You can log back in as Charles, or you can refresh the page and you will still be logged in as Charles. If we went to the dashboard, refresh the page, still logged in as Charles here because of the cookies that we have set up. So that was just a very quick overview of the Journey Itinerary web app. Thank you for watching.